Hi everyone, welcome today for a Vinyasa flow class with me, Christine Jensen. Find a comfortable seat on your mat, perhaps with a folded blanket under your sit bones. Take a few moments to wiggle out the neck and the shoulders, getting yourself comfortable, loosening up those areas that might be tight from your day. And maybe rock your hips back and forth. When you're ready, come into stillness. Allow your eyes to close or look down at the floor. Place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, and begin to take deep, conscious breaths. Inhaling slowly and feeling your hands move as your belly expands and your chest rises on an inhale. And then as you exhale, feeling the hands gently come back down towards the heart and towards the spine. Taking time here to create a separation from everything that's happened today, everything that you still might have to do today, and allowing that separation between all that and where you are right now on the mat. Giving yourself time to tune in, to see how you're feeling physically and mentally. And knowing that you have this hour to let go of everything that's happening outside of the four corners of your mat, so that you can truly tap in deeper and get the most out of your yoga practice. This allows you to go back to your life with renewed focus and clarity. You can release your hands, allow them to rest down by your knees, continuing with that breath for a few more rounds. And let's begin to add some movement. Allow your arms to reach down by your sides. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your arms back down by your sides. And do this a few more times. Follow your breath. You can keep your eyes closed here. Lift and open the arms on the inhale. As you exhale, gently bring them down. Again. Inhaling up, exhaling, release. On this next go around, inhale and lift your arms up. As you exhale, twist to the left and bring your left arm down behind you, right arm in front. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, arms lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm drops down behind you, left arm in front. Inhale, come back to center, arms lift. Exhale, twist. Draw the arms down. Coming back up on the inhale and twisting to the other side on the exhale. Let's take that again. Arms lift and you come to center. Exhale and twist. Last one. Twisting to the right. Coming back up to center. And then as you exhale, bring your hands into prayer in front of your chest. Taking a couple breaths here. And then we're going to come onto our mats into a tabletop pose. So if you were like me and sitting on a blanket, you can move that blanket off to the side. Come into tabletop, stack your joints. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Draw in your core slightly, broaden your shoulder blades. And then on an inhale, move into cow pose. Belly draws down, you look up. Exhale, move into cat. Bring the spine up towards the ceiling, chin to chest. Inhale, drop back into cow. Tilt the tailbone back. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the back up, tuck the head. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. going. Always moving with your breath. And after this next cat pose, come back to tabletop. We're going to do bird dog pose. So when you're here, draw your left leg back, flex your foot so you're pushing out through your heel, and lift your leg up so it's in line with your hip. And then draw your right arm straight out in front of you, keeping your gaze down towards the mat. On an exhale, draw your elbow and your knee towards each other. Inhale, extend and reach out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, draw in, contract the abs, and then extend out. And then release. Bring your hand and your knee back down. You might want to roll out your left wrist here because you were putting all your weight down into that joint. Then realigning yourself in tabletop, and we'll move to the other side. Right leg draws back, flex your foot, and then lift your leg so it's in line with your hips. Left arm reaching straight out. And then on an exhale, draw your elbow and your knee towards each other. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Last one. Draw in as you exhale. Inhale, extend out, reach, and then release. Bringing your knee and your hand down. This time rolling out your right wrist. When you're ready, you can move into a child's pose. So draw your knees out wide, heels together, sit bones coming back down towards your heels, and walk your hands out in front of you. Push your fingertips down into the mat. This creates a more dynamic stretch through your back. Allowing the breath to stay full and complete, feeling it spread across your back as you inhale. Feeling the shoulder blades release as you exhale. And then walk your hands over towards the right side while still in a child's pose, and breathe here. You should feel a really nice stretch through the left side of your body. On an inhale, you're going to walk your hands back to center. And then as you exhale, walk them to the left side now. Coming back into child's pose with your arms to the left, feeling the stretch through the right side of the body. And then we're going to come back to center on an inhale. Take a breath here. And then we're going to start a little mini flow sequence to help warm up the body. So when you're ready, bring yourself up into a tabletop. And then you're going to curl your toes under. And on an exhale, draw your hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, bring yourself back down into tabletop. Exhale, child's. Again, inhale, bring yourself up into tabletop. Exhale, shift into a down dog. Inhale, back into tabletop. Exhale, child's. So it's a simple movement, moving with the breath. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Coming back up into down dog now. Pedal out your legs here. Maybe you want to walk your feet back a little bit to make a wider stance for your down dog. Check your hands. Spread your fingers out wide. Push your fingertips down into the mat. Think about broadening the shoulder blades out a little bit. And then on an exhale, walk up to the front of the mat. Hang over the front of your legs in a ragdoll pose. Arms could dangle down, or you could hold opposite elbows here. Let the upper body be limp, no stress in your neck. Let the head dangle down. Maybe shake your head side to side or nod it up and down. And you can rock forward and back on your feet, bringing your awareness down into the roots of your feet, keeping you steady here. And if you're holding elbows, switch your grip to the other side. And then releasing your hands down, we're going to take a halfway lift here to start to warm up the low back some more. So on an inhale, come up halfway, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, fold. Take that a couple more times. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, draw up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now soften your knees and inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. You're going to move into a more active flow sequence here. Remember, take things at your own pace. On an inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step both feet back, first in down dog, and then an option here to shift forward into a plank. Coming forward onto your tiptoes, exhaling, knees, chest, chin, modified chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you do not want to do a chaturanga sequence, just go right into a down dog and stay there. That's where we'll meet. Inhale, lift your left leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, bring your foot down on the mat. Back heel down at an angle. When you're ready, inhale, let's rise up, find warrior two. Arms coming out straight out through both shoulder sockets. Looking out over your left hand. Left knee resting on top of the left ankle. Inhale into reverse warrior, drawing your right arm back, left arm lifts. Exhale to warrior two, and then do that again on your breath. Inhale, reverse, exhale, warrior two. One more round of that. Inhale, reverse, exhale. We meet back in warrior two, and we're going to move into extended side angle. Bending your left elbow, bring your left arm down above your knee. Right arm reaches up and over at a diagonal. So trying to create diagonal line from fingertips to heel. Option here to add a bind. And you can do this by taking your top arm and then bringing it behind your back and wrapping it around, holding on to your left thigh. Or you could hold on to the back of your shirt or let your hand rest on your low back. But if that doesn't feel good in your body, just keep the arm lifted. We'll all meet back here. Inhale, bring the arm back up. And then lift yourself back up into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the mat. Turn your back heel up. And then step back, downward dog. From your down dog, inhale, right leg now lifts up, three-legged dog. Draw the knee up towards your chest as you exhale, foot down on the mat, back heel down at an angle. Rising on an inhale, warrior two. Taking your time here, get yourself situated into the posture. And then on an inhale, you're going to move into reverse warrior. Left hand comes towards the left thigh, right arm lifts, exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. One more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Setting up for extended side angle. Right arm draws down. Left arm comes up and over at a diagonal with that option to bring in the bind here. So by drawing the left arm behind your back. And then possibly reaching around to grab the right thigh. This helps to draw the top shoulder back, opening it up more, opening the chest up more. If you're taking that bind, inhale and release the arm back up into the traditional extended side angle. And then on an inhale, we all rise back up into Warrior Two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down onto the mat, turn your heel up, step back. Down dog, with that option here to shift into plank, moving up on your toes, and then down, exhaling knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take deep breaths here in your down dog. Always option when you're in down dog to wiggle out your legs if that would feel good. With your next exhale, you're going to step up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling, come up halfway. Exhaling, fold. And then inhale, sweep the arms, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to take that sequence again. Take a moment here, always coming back to your breath, settling the body. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands on the mat, stepping both feet back, down dog, option to come forward into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, to upward facing dog, to down dog. From down dog, lift your left leg up high as you inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, foot comes on the mat, back heel down. Rise on an inhale, Warrior Two. As you inhale, you're going to move into reverse warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Two more. Coming back to Warrior Two, prepare for extended side angle. Draw your left forearm down above your knee, right arm up and over. Bringing in that bind if you want. You can have your gaze up towards the ceiling, or you could turn your head and have your gaze down towards the mat. Whatever works here for you. Release your arm if you took the bind, come back into the traditional side angle, and then inhale, rise, Warrior Two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, down dog. And we're going to prepare to go to the other side here. From down dog, inhale and draw the right leg up high. Exhale, knee to chest, foot comes down on the mat, back heel down. Rising on an inhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Follow your breath and take that 2 more times. And from here, extended side angle. Right arm draws down, left arm comes up and over, coming into the bind if you so desire. releasing the bind. On an inhale, draw your arm back up. And then on an inhale, we all come back up into a warrior two. Exhale, hands come down, turn your heel up and step back. Down dog. Shifting forward into a plank if you like. Exhaling through a modified chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cleansing breath. With your next exhale, make your way up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Lifting up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms sweeping all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, coming into your breath. And we'll go again. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway, inhale. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back, down dog. Shifting into plank if you like. Exhaling through that modified knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. From here, inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, foot on the mat, back heel down. Rise on an inhale. Warrior one. Moving into reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Two more. Last one. And then moving into extended side angle. Left arm down, right arm reaching up and over. Going into that bind if you want. As you inhale, release your arm, bring it back up and over. And then inhale, rise up, warrior two. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, down dog. And we'll go to the last side here. As you inhale, lift your left leg, right leg up. Bring your knee up towards your chest, right foot down by your hands, left heel down, and then rise as you inhale. Find warrior two. We all know I get my rights and lefts mixed up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. After 3 rounds, you'll move into extended side angle. Right arm down, left arm comes up and over, bringing in that bind again if you want. Preparing to come out. As you inhale, bring your arm back up and over. And then on an inhale, come up, warrior two. As you exhale, bring your hands down onto the mat, stepping back, down dog. Last round here for a plank chaturanga option. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Upward dog. Downward dog. With your next exhale, make your way up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking cleansing breaths, and then we're going to switch gears so you can release your hands down. We are going to grab one of our yoga blocks. You're going to take a wide stance on your mat. Bring the block down in the middle of your stance. Now, we don't want our toes turning out. We want them parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. And we're going to do a wide angle forward fold. So when I get here, I kind of wiggle my hips back and forth, make sure everything feels right. Bring my arms straight out. Inhale, lift through the crown of my head. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to rest on the block. Maybe they rest on the floor. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, bring yourself up halfway. And now exhale, fold. Find your healthy edge. Walk your hands back behind you. Perhaps you want to hold on to your legs. Whatever feels right for you to help you go a little bit deeper into this posture. I had to shift my legs out a little bit wider, so feel free to make that adjustment too if you need it in your body. Your aim here is to bring the crown of the head closer towards the mat. And still keep that deep breath. If you start to have constriction in your breath, bring yourself out of the pose part way. And now we're going to move into what's called a wide angle downward dog. So bring your hands back to center, and then you're going to start to walk your hands out in front of you. Kind of like you're doing a regular downward dog, except that you keep your legs wide. So once you've walked your arms out far enough, draw your tailbone back and up for a wide angle downward facing dog. We're going to come out from this posture, so walk your hands back, and then bring your hands up by your hips. Strong core, strong spine here. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Take a moment, make sure your head's not spinning around. Mine always spins when I come back up. And when you feel ready, you can heel toe your feet back together a couple of times. We're not going all the way back though. Keep a little bit of a wider stance. Allow your toes to turn out now. We're going to come into goddess pose. So hands at heart center. On an exhale, bend your knees and draw yourself down. Now, once you're here, you might have to adjust a little bit. I have to widen my stance a little bit here. And then I'm coming back into that goddess squat. When you're here, you could pulse your body up and down a little bit. You could maybe sway a little bit side to side. We're going to hang out here and build up some fire in the body, build up some strength. And with goddess squat, you want to keep the legs wide open. So you're thinking about pushing your knees back behind you. And now we're going to move from goddess to star. So on an inhale, open your arms up wide, lift your legs. Exhale, come back down into squat. Inhale, open. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, open. Back into squat. Keep going with your breath. Opening on the inhale. Coming back into the squat as you exhale. come back down into squat, let's stay here for a little bit. Again, build up some fire. Pulsing. I can feel this. And let's come out. Oh. Heel toe a few more times towards each other. We're gonna come way down into a low squat. Toes stay pointed outward. Again, hands back at heart center, still trying to keep our upper body lifted, not hunching forward. As you exhale, start to squat down and get down as low as you can. Your heels might lift up here. That's totally fine. I'm able to do this with my feet completely down on the ground. Another option is to take your yoga block, bring that underneath your sit bones to prop you up a little bit and give you some stability here. Come into that deep squat. Breathe. We're going to just bring a little twist. So you are going to bring your left hand down onto the mat, and as you exhale, open your right arm out to the side. Bring your right hand now down. Exhale, open the left arm out to the side. And bringing both hands down. Let your hands give you some leverage to lift yourself back up. Once you get all the way back up, and again, your head's not spinning, heel toe your feet back to center. Okay, we are going to come down onto our mats now. Finding just a relaxed child's pose. Few deep breaths. And begin to come up out of child's pose. We are going to use both of our yoga blocks next. So you're going to want to grab your second block and bring those both down onto the mat. So what we're going to do is a pose, it's called modified fish pose. It's a deep back opener. So you'll see I have both blocks laid out on the mat, and we're going to come on to our sit bones, knees bent, and you're going to recline back onto the block. And that bottom block should be between the shoulder blades. The top block is for your head. Make adjustments so that it feels as comfortable as possible, and let your arms rest by your sides for a moment or two. Let the shoulders drop back. So this is opposite of how we tend to sit all day. We tend to sit hunched forward. So this is creating an opposite effect, and you can take this deeper. So if it feels right to you, you can bring both arms up, palms facing each other, and then start to draw your arms back behind you, perhaps all the way until your fingers make contact with the floor of the mat behind you. Breathing here. If it becomes painful or too constrictive, slowly bring your arms back up and down by your sides. And if just lying on the blocks with your arms by your sides is too constricting, slowly bring yourself back up and just lie back on your back, perhaps go into legs up the wall while we continue with this modified fish pose. So preparing to come out, bring your arms back up and then down by your sides. taking your time here, you're going to prepare to come out. And I always grab the sides of my mat to help keep me stable and then lift myself up. And we're going to take this a step deeper if it feels good in your body. So I'm turning my blocks up to their middle height. And you can play with this. If it doesn't feel good for you, you can go down to the lower height. Or like I said, not use any blocks, just recline back on the mat and take the chance here to do legs up the wall. So I get myself situated on the blocks, make the adjustments needed. Taking a few breaths to let my body acclimate to this deep back bend. And then if you would like to go deeper, bring your arms back up, palms facing each other, and then draw them back behind you slowly again, aiming to touch the mat or the floor. You might reach, you might not. See how this feels in your body. And if you can, stay here, breathing into the posture. Begin to come out. So again, bring the arms up slowly and then down by your sides. Taking a breath or two. Just rest here. We're going to prepare to come out. So gripping the sides of the mat once again. On an inhale, lift up. Bring yourself all the way up. Wrap your arms around your knees. Let your head drop forward. Hopefully that felt great on your back. I know it always feels good for me. Move into a seated forward fold next. So you can move both blocks off to the side. We are done using those. And you can grab your blanket or something folded up that you could sit the edge of your sit bones on, because as you do a seated forward fold, I find it's better for our pelvis and low back to be sitting on the edge of a blanket. So we're going to do seated cobblers. Soles of the feet come together, knees open up wide. There is an option here. If you would like to use yoga blocks to help support your legs, you can bring them underneath your thighs or your knees. Hands come down onto your ankles. Lift through the crown of the head. As you exhale, bring your upper body forward. And as you arrive, you might feel like you could bend a little bit further and walk your hands out in front of you. Allow the upper body just to hang over the legs here. The focus is getting into our inner hips, our inner thighs. And I'll hang out here for a little bit. preparing to come out from this posture. On an inhale, walk yourself back up. Bring your hands towards your knees. Guide them slowly back together. And then you can rock them back and forth a couple times. If you use the blocks for support, move those off to the side again. And we're going to come onto our backs. So if you are using a blanket under your sit bones, you can now use that as a pillow, bringing it towards the head of the mat. Coming onto your back, take a moment to arrive here. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. I like to adjust the blanket so that I can feel support all along my neck as I'm lying here. And we're going to do supine pigeon pose to get a stretch for the outer hips now. So with this, you're going to take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, and allow your right knee to open up wide. You'll want to feel a sensation in the outer right hip. So if you don't feel it with that, you can lift your left leg and draw it up towards your chest and take your arms and hug your hands around your left thigh to guide it closer towards your body. You can keep your left foot pointed up towards the ceiling, or you can bend your knee and let your left foot come down towards your sit bones. When I'm here, I like to roll out the ankle of that lifted leg or the left leg. And then hopefully you are feeling a stretch now in the outer right hip. When I'm taking a deeper stretch, I try to bring my focus of my breath into that body part that I want to open and stretch. So I'm visualizing my breath moving into the right hip to help it release and stretch. And we're going to release now. So releasing the left foot back down onto the mat, uncross the right ankle, rock the knees a little bit side to side. And then we're going to take this to the other side. So left ankle crosses the right knee. Allow the left knee to open up wide. See how that feels. And if you want, take it deeper. Lift the right leg up, bringing your hands around your right thigh, hugging it in. Again, right leg could lift up, or you could bend your knee, bringing the foot down, and feel free to roll out the right ankle now. Hopefully feeling that stretch in the outer left hip. Will come out from that side. So bring your right foot back down onto the mat, uncross the left ankle, gently sway the legs side to side. And we're going to do spinal twists next. So for this, you can open up your arms onto the floor wide like a T or like cactus arms, and then just release knees to the left or turn gaze to the right. If you would like to take a deeper twist, that's what I'm going to demo for you. You're going to cross your right leg over the left leg. Lift up your hips and move them an inch or two to the right. And then release both knees to the left. Turn your gaze to the right. This just provides a deeper twist in the spine, which Might feel good some days, it might not on others. So if it's not feeling good in your body, go back to the simpler version where it's just releasing the knees over without crossing them. Breathe here and allow gravity to do the work, drawing your knees closer to the floor and trying to keep the right shoulder blade on the floor. Coming back to center, uncross your legs, recenter your hips, and then hug your knees up towards your chest and rock them side to side, maybe forward and back a little bit, rolling out the low back. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So again, you could just simply release both knees to the right and turn your gaze to the left. Or that deeper option, you would cross the left leg tightly over the right, lift up your hips, move them an inch or two to the left, then release both knees over to the right and turn your gaze to the left. Come back to center. Uncrossing your legs if you took that option, recentering your hips, hugging both knees up towards your chest, rolling them side to side, forward and back. And if you like, maybe take a happy baby pose here. That always feels really good on the low back. And then if you like, hug your knees in, hug your head up towards your knees, rocking side to side, and then release. Allow your body to stretch out onto the mat. Allow your joints to be loose. Allow your breath to flow freely. Enjoy your Shavasana. Begin to bring your awareness back. Feel yourself lying here. Perhaps start to wiggle your fingers and toes, noticing your breath once again. Increasing the movement as you feel ready, maybe rolling out your wrists and ankles, or gently rocking your head. Bend your knees, rock them again side to side. And maybe reach your arms up overhead and turn over onto one side, resting your head on your arm. Taking a few more breaths here. Eventually, we'll transition and bring ourselves up to a seated position. Take your time. When you arrive, find that comfortable seat. Bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart and bow your chin. Always sealing our practice with gratitude. Gratitude for this body. It's performing miracles for you right here, right now. Honor every breath and every heartbeat. And honor yourself for making your way onto the mat today, showing such wonderful grace and compassion for yourself. And I invite you to bring your thumbs up to the third eye center, the seat of enlightenment. May we know our true nature as love. May we be blessed and open to receive all the forms of love as balms to our aching hearts. May we heal together. May we rise together. And may we love until we are nothing but dust. The light in the teacher in me honors the light in the teacher in each of you. Namaste.